Okay, so good morning, Emma. Thank you for joining me today.
Morning.
So, today we're going to talk about your kind of journey with your business, but also what's happened since you've been in Platinum. Like, how has it helped you? Where were you at before? Where are you going? And how's Platinum going to help you get there? So, if we start by talking about how you felt before Platinum and how long ago was that?
Okay, so not very long ago, I've joined Platinum the end of November, beginning of December. So it's literally been a couple of months since I've been in there. And whilst I've been self-employed for a really long time and doing what I do for a really long time, I didn't really have any kind of structure and didn't always really feel like a business owner. I just felt like I'm self-employed, just doing my thing, loving what I was doing, but I knew that there was more, and I knew that I was able to do more, and I had all of these like creative ideas and things that I wanted to bring to life, but I didn't really know how to do that. And I saw other people doing it online, but I didn't know how. Like how does that all work? Like what's going on behind the scenes to kind of make that happen? So yeah, and I mean there were a few times where I have thought, oh, this is just not for me. I'm just not a businesswoman. I can't do it. It's too hard. And um yeah, but I realized that what I actually needed was just some support and to be able to learn from people that, already do what they're doing and already know. Because ultimately, whilst I was hard on myself at times, I look back now and I just think, well, you don't know what you don't know, do you?
100%. You don't know what you don't know. And you can tie yourself in knots trying to figure it out because as you just mentioned, there's that comparisonitis. You know what you've got a business, so technically you're a business owner and you know what you want to do, but it's the strategy, the skills, the tech knowledge, the sales strategies that happen behind the scenes. And when you only see people doing well, it's like what's missing here? Like, how have they managed to do this and what has got them to that place? So did you see people within like entrepreneurship or within Platinum that were doing well, and was that something that kind of influenced your decision to join, or do you mean you just saw people doing well in general?
I just saw people doing well in general. And Emma and Entrepreneurcity were kind of came onto my radar. I don't actually know how. To be honest, I can't remember. I guess maybe the algorithm, perhaps things I was looking for, whatever. But um, yeah, so not necessarily people in Platinum, but I did um, yeah, just see more of a kind of general like I don't know, like people just doing well. And then I don't know, there was just something about Entrepreneurcity and Emma that really spoke to me. So, and I am a bit all or nothing, so I'm either in or out of something. So I joined straight into Platinum. I didn't mess around.
Didn't mess around, just went for it. I mean, what was the pull for you in terms of like you obviously you'd seen what was involved. I know we had a call about it, but
Yeah.
what was the like, no, this is a no-brainer, I'm doing this.
The no-brainer was it was like the answer to my prayers, basically. It was like, this is it. Like, this is it. As in, I know it's still going to be hard work. I know this is not always going to be like make it really easy, but this is the missing piece that I've been looking for in the sense of that help that I was missing, the structure, the strategy. And I was like, this is where it's going to be at. And ultimately, I knew, like, I just knew deep down that if I really wanted to make it happen, I just needed to go all in. So, yeah, I kind of sat with it for a little while because I do need to do that. I need to just check that.
Yeah. It's got to make sense.
Yeah, but it totally did. And my body was very much a yes. And I always try to listen to my body as much as possible. And I just knew that, yeah, it was a yes. And that if I really wanted to take things forward, I needed all of the extra bits and pieces that came with Platinum so that I could have the calls, the one-to-one support, um, yeah, learning and doing, that's just been like a game changer for me. The implementing what is in the portal, the information, but then the gold on the top is then being able to have a call as well. So kind of getting to a point and then thinking, okay, yeah, this is good, but actually I'm still a little bit, I just need a little bit more support with this or a little bit more guidance. And yeah, and then being able to book a call and having that one-to-one support in like what you can get done and understand and then go and implement from a 20-minute call is just incredible. Yeah.
You know, when I first heard about the 20-minute calls and I agreed to do them, I was thinking, how can we get like how much can you actually get done in 20 minutes? Like I'm a talker and I was like worried about that. I was thinking 20 minutes, like that could be an introduction, just like how are you getting on? For me, I was like, what are we gonna do? But I think there's some real power in having like an intentional 20 minutes. It's like, right, this is 20 minutes, we've got 20 minutes, go. What do you need? And let me deliver that now. And I was blown away by how much you can actually cover in 20 minutes and how much you can like how quickly that accelerates somebody's growth from having a 20-minute call is the difference from being totally stuck and in your own head and overthinking everything for a week, a month. You know, we don't know how long that overthinking is going to hold us back. But
Yeah.
then in 20 minutes to get rid of the blocks, to uncover what's going on really deep down, but then also say, right, what are we going to do about it? Go do this, this, and this. So with that in mind, Emma, has there been like any specific things that you have really answered? Like you said, this is the answer to your prayers. Have your prayers been answered? Like how? How have they been answered? What have you talked about on those calls?
I think for me, the one of the biggest things is as well as having the structure and the strategy, which you can get from like the courses and the information in the portal, it's the accountability that makes such a massive difference to me because I think a lot of I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I do know other business owners that I've spoken to. It's like when you're self-employed and you're doing your own thing, you actually still feel like you need a boss sometimes. Like you just
Mm.
need someone to just tell you what to do, even though it's obviously for your business. And I think that has been the game-changing bit for me is like every time I've had a call with someone, I've come off. I've had tasks that I can then do, and then that like moves the needle forward. That pushes me on that little bit further, especially if I've been feeling like, I've got to this point and now I feel a little bit like overwhelmed because there's so much information, or I'm just because I'm overwhelmed with other life stuff or whatever, and then just being able to kind of have that, yeah, accountability. And obviously we have the weekly accountability in Platinum too. And even that, like simple task of filling in a form and saying, right, what one thing do I really want to get done this week? Like every single time I do it, which I do, I've only missed a couple of weeks since I've been in, I do what I say I'm going to do. And it's like I don't want to break that promise to myself, but it's almost like someone else is watching as well. So I just
Yeah. I can't get away with it. I need to show up. And I
yeah.
think Emma got this like so right when she created this program because it was what do people need, right? We start these businesses because we want to work for ourselves, but then we ultimately find out that we do need a boss because we show up better for others. But also, there's so much going on in our heads at any one time. If you're a solopreneur and you're the marketing department, you know, you're the sales department, you're the tech department, you know, like you're everything, you're HR, you're delivering the product, especially if it's service based. There's so much to do. So having that like clear, we call it like a clear goal every week, but it's just things that need to happen. And you just make sure that I'm prioritizing it, but also like I want to do this for me and my business, but equally, I know that I work better when somebody's asked me to do something because I don't want to let them down either.
Mm.
So it's working with your strengths, isn't it? Like looking at what you need in order to move your business forward. And you obviously identified that it's accountability and that's working really well for you. So what is your goal now with your business? Like you've got 12 months of this accountability. Let's
Yeah.
hold you accountable now. Where do you want to be in 12 months?
I want to, so I've really had my head down since I've been in Entrepreneur City. So I've made some amazing connections as well with, and I've not, and I've, like I said, I've had my head like quite in everything, um, learning, doing, implementing, what I'm learning. Um, but like I said, there was so much that I didn't know before I came in. I didn't understand about launching. I didn't really understand what it meant to have an offer, which sounds like crazy. And I kind of see now, oh yeah, you've always kind of had offers, but I didn't really know what that meant,
Yeah,
like in the
yeah.
broader sense of that. So um I've had a course in me for a really long time that I wanted to bring to life. So that's the way that I've been using the tools within the portal, and how, and the support and the accountability is to bring that course to life. So I want to have launched the course that I love and feel so passionate about, at least like twice in the next year. Um,
Amazing, amazing. So how can people find you if they want to know more about this course?
So I hang out on Instagram. That is the place that I hang out. And my work is for women, supporting women, and my handle is at Her Wild Body. So that's how they can find me.
And what can people expect by working with you?
So my background is in, I'm a holistic therapist. I am a yoga teacher, meditation, breath work, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really into somatics and sensuality. So both of those things are really body based. So listening, not just listening to the body, but teaching people to like what it means to really listen to their body, women, but also then to respond accordingly. So what is the body saying? How do you cue, like what's it cueing? Like what do you need to do to in order to kind of really tend to yourself? So in a way, there's like some self-care elements like movement, yeah, and all sorts of things, and self-touch. And yeah, basically my work is to support women in having a better relationships with themselves.
It's incredible. And I can't wait to see you launch this. I really can't. I can't wait to see like what you take off. Like you said, you had this course inside of you, and it's really striking that you use those words. Like this course is inside of me, and it's like you're no longer stopping that being seen, which is incredible. And you're putting yourself out of your comfort zone because it's not easy to do this. And anyone who has the course inside of them that's feeling this way will know exactly what you're saying, and they will be feeling this way as well. So what would you say to anyone who's sat at home with a course inside of them but does not know how to bring it out into the world? What would you say to that person today?
I would say 100% get some support, get some people on your side, and yes, surround yourself as well with people that are already making it happen. Like so that you can like you that really instills my belief in myself when I see the others in inside the membership. And like I said, I feel like I've only really connected with a small few, just yeah, but I'm already collaborating with some women, and they are hugely inspirational. And even if they're not necessarily doing exactly what I want to do, courses, they're running memberships, they're running like groups, they're doing amazing work. And that in itself, just like being with those other people, as well as having the amazing support from the coaches, is just like get some people on your side that want you to succeed as much as you do, and then it will happen for sure.
100%. That's like so powerful because there is that shared energy, that collective energy in that space, isn't there, where you've got people that have, I always say it's like good people doing good things, like people that are just out here wanting to make the world a better place and delivering their unique kind of genius in a way that they only they can do because it's your unique blueprint, but then sharing that with others and collaborating and creating these kind of huge um spaces for people to change. It's super, super powerful. And I just want to say thank you so much for one, being in platinum, because I love our calls, and two, that like for sharing how you felt before, how you feel today, and for inspiring others. So if anybody is looking to get into their body and understand what is going on for them and where they hold themselves back and how they can release that, you need to go check out Emma. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's lush to talk to you.